one more time.
Oh, man. Well, you just don't like pistol rounds these days? Is that what I'm saying?
Okay, here we go into the pistol round. We are going to be seeing CLG make a quick move over towards that A side of the map, and it looks like it is going to be some sort of an execution. They do have a couple of flashes and a smoke grenade on FNS, and they're going to be going for it here. Desi, aggressive in the A main, is going to be able to chip away a little bit off of FNS, who is that smoke flash carrier for the terrorist side. And they're probably just going to go for a smoke plant here in the A bomb site. It's going to be curious to see Lex over here by the quad wall. That smoke is going to get banked in here. Nice shot from Desi, though. Going to open things up. Cutler down and out. The boost in middle, though. Peter's going to be able to find Hades before he makes his way up to join his teammates. But look at this rotation from the CTs. They're all in this A bomb site now. And just like that, Desi going to pick up a double. Anger chimes in with one and a TK onto his teammate as FNS not going to be able to get it done. Peter going to be the last man standing in a 1 versus 3. He's got to get the ace to get the round. And I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And this is a great start here so far for the Mythic men's side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we caught it on the stream as, he gets in a gunfight here. Peter with Desi trading some bullets, not getting the frag, but Hades actually pushed up B immediately and got so much information. You saw the defense entirely rotate 4 players at that A bomb site when the execute came in. Peter doing some nice work, actually, but Desi comes in with the knife. Pretty ballsy. That would have turned into a
mercy.
But, yeah, Hades was able to push B just so quick right off the bat. Hades.
Oh, okay. Hades, that's right.
B.
Hades played in the other match that we didn't cast.
Yeah. I always do that, and I know it.
I know you do. That's why I make fun of you for it.
God. But he got so much information. The defense had 4 players at that A bomb site when the execute came in, and they just mopped everything up. So a good pistol round from Mythic, and CLG not establishing map control before an execution. It bites him in the ass there.
Yeah, and FNS starting off really strong, -1 and 1 for his squad. Flashbang coming around from Forklift. Lex is going to get caught out here, but Flom's going to be able to find one. Desi doing a little bit of work as well. Flom over there by the truck is going to be able to find a third as well. And that bomb looking to get planted here in that A bomb site, but he's not going to be able to get it down. Tarek looking to get something going, but he's not going to be able to find it just yet. He does have a P90. He's going to find one. Tarek going to find one with the Tech 9, and Cutler's going to chime in with a double. So that round just went the way of Counter Logic Gaming, and they eco him out.
These Tech 9s, man, they're just so... God, they're so silly at times. I mean, you see players, just 32 bullets, and they deal so much damage, and, you combine that with that, little crouching ice skate sliding while you shoot, and it's just so hard to get those frags, and it's almost like the Famas just can't compete with them at all, and nice by CLG to pick up those frags. They actually got into the bomb site, got those opening picks, but instead of trying to plant so early, they just made sure that they were safe in the bomb site, and they managed to just get all the kills instead.
Looks like it's going to be a quick push coming towards that B bomb site here for the terrorist side, spamming through the smoke in mid. FNS is going to be able to locate that frag onto Desi. Anger goes down to the hands of Hazed. That's Hazed, not Hades. And we are going to be seeing a counter flash come out. That's going to hold them back at that B bomb site just a little while longer. Look at the HP value here for the terrorist side. I don't think it's going to be much of an issue, but they are predominantly all down to about half health with the exception of FNS. And aggression in mid. Flom's going to be able to locate that frag onto FNS. And, survives with 2 HP, somehow manages to get himself out of dodge, and going to be looking for some more frags on the CT side as that bomb is rotating back around towards mid. They're going to go and execute out towards the mid hallway, but look at this Mythic rotating all the way over towards that A bomb site. This is a gamble stack for him. That bomb's going to actually go in towards vents, and Flom really not going to be effective in this round with only 2 HP to try to hold this B bomb site by himself. They're going to throw the flashbang out middle. And now they're going to execute in towards this bomb site. So the Molotovs and the flash is going to go out. Flom to hold this one in a 1 versus 4 essentially at this bomb site right now. Backup is going to be called in. And that bomb is going to get planted here in a second. Looks like they're going to go ahead and try to hang on to their head armor for the 2 players that have it. That's Lex and Flom. But this is going to be a second round on the board for CLG.
Yeah, Hades is able to salvage the situation a little bit, picking up that Famas, and looks like he's going to be able to save it. It's almost, I mean, you said it, that health, those are at the points where these 5.7s and these P250s can be really, really dangerous. So, round maybe a little bit closer than it actually seems. They did some good damage, not able to get the frags, but saving that armor for the next round where they're not going to be able to buy. They're going to be on another save, so they're going to have that armor and those effective pistols. Hades will be able to either drop his pistol or his Famas to a teammate, save some money that way. And this conversion on the eco round for CLG looking good so far, able to get that second round, so up 2-1.
Yeah, and it does look like Desi's ping has managed to normalize here. He's sitting at 72, so not too terribly bad for him right now as opposed to that 600 that he had when he first came into the server. So That is a little bit more beneficial here for the Mythic side, as you know, Desi is sitting at 3-2 right now. Anger having a little bit of a slow start in this one, but I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. Lex going to get dropped at FAMAS. They're going to go for a stack here at the B bomb site and leave just the number 1 man Desi over here at A, and they're going to execute quickly out mid. Desi's going to come under fire here very, very shortly as they decide to push up towards Speedway. As of right now, Tarek is going to be trying to work his way into mid. Hazed, as well as who is that? I believe that's Cutler. Yes, that's Cutler. Peeking around the corner, though. Desi going to lay in some shots, looking for another one on top of Catbox. Is going to be Hazed. Trying to pop some shots out that direction. Cutler going to get spotted as well. Peter's going to take down Hazed. Or pardon me, Peter's going to take down Hades. Hazed is going to take down Desi. Cutler is going to take down his teammate as well as 1 and 2. And Lex is going to be your last man standing with the FAMAS in hand, looking for one from behind. He's going to be able to spray down, not able to connect with that frag. Drops Cutler extremely low, but he's going to get caught out here in just a second as they come around from truck side. He's going to make his way back up towards heaven and try to hang on to this FAMAS and head armor. But it is going to be a 3-1 scoreline now in favor of Counter Logic Gaming after they picked up that eco round in the second round. And now we should be coming into our first buy round shortly after this one ends.
Yeah, but they're hunting Lex down right now with only 14 HP. I don't think he's going to be able to stop it. Peter might come and look in the wrong direction, but he doesn't. He actually takes Lex out, so not able to save that FAMAS. And here's going to be that buy. I mean, this is a situation where Mythic needs to buy out here, but they're not going to have all the utility they would like. Probably not a lot of kits and not a lot of nades. You know, they see 3-4 smokes coming out, and that's what they're going to have, and 0 kits. Flom actually going glass cannon with that AWP and no armor, so at a severe disadvantage is Mythic in this round. A good chance for CLG to be able to come out on top again and gain a little bit more momentum in this first half.
For sure, and I don't know, this is a bit of a risky play here from Flom, and we're going to have to see whether or not that it's going to be impactful in this round. As they are going to go for a bit of a 3-2, giving up that mid control on the CT side. They're going to lob a molly over there by Checkers, but it's going to land in the wrong spot. Hades going to be in a prime position to try to pick off one of those rotations towards that B-bomb site, but it looks like it is going to be an A hit from the terrorist side of CLG, and this is going to actually bode a little bit well for the CT side, as Desi playing extremely passive here by CT spawn. He's going to make his way over towards that A bomb site. They actually rotate Hades slowly towards mid. That bomb rotating all the way back towards the B bomb site. So this could end up being a mid to B kind of pinch on that bomb site, as it looks like they're going to gear up to go out mid right now. No, they're going to boost up top. Actually, that is going to be a push. Yeah, they are boosted up top, sorry. It's hard to tell sometimes on this map with that boost being right by the entrance to A main, but it is going to be Tarek actually with the AWP instead of PTR. And interesting decision to go with that this round. The bomb sitting all the way over at the backside of A main, so they are going to be working their way up here. Lex in that site's going to get caught out with a little bit of spam. Nade to follow. That's going to go over towards Forklift. Coming out around the corner, Cutler's going to find a nice shot. Flom over here by the corner with the EWP is going to be able to locate that frag. The bomb has been dropped. Another one for Flom. Desi going to chime in, and Hades from behind over top of the generator box by Speedway is going to be able to clean that one up. So 2-3 now. And that is a good round for the Mythic men as they only lose one weapon.
Yeah, Flom in that position with that AWP could be very, very dangerous to have that gun at that corner. When the execute comes in, he manages it perfectly, gets a couple nice frags out of it, and CLG playing very passive that round, not trying to be too aggressive, not getting a whole lot of map control, being very spread out, not able to kind of really take advantage of the lack of utility on Mythic side, and now they're going to be fully bought up. Now they have their smokes and their mollies and their flashes. They have everything they need. They have some kits, so Mythic back in a position of a little bit of power. They're going to boost Hades up into these vents to have a strong mid-B presence, as Anger's going to stay into this Checkers. Getting spammed a little bit by Tarek, so still playing aggressive though, and he throws a nice nade that doesn't deal as much damage as I feel it probably should have, but so far, once again, CLG doing that same spread out default strategy where they haven't gained a lot of map control. They're just looking for pushes, not committed anywhere. Desi's actually able to push into A main and get into this locker position, so a really good spot for him.
Hades coming around from vents is going to get caught out by Haste, so the H on H battle, and there you go. Peter with the AWP is going to find Lex in mid. Anger over here by Checkers. He's going to be stuck here in the corner. He's going to have to go for a peek and across, and he does manage to get back across, but Desi going to be able to find that frag on FNS, and that is a good start to the round for the Mythic side as they're finally able to get a frag on the board. They're going to be making an execution here towards the A bomb site, and Desi, good smoke play from him. He's going to be able to pick up the triple, and just like that, he turns the round around for the Mythic side. Spin you right round, baby, right round. Beautiful job from him. As he's going to turn this one right. Oh no, that nade though. He walked right into it. Hayes is going to be able to find Flom, and that's going to leave it all on Anger, and he falls too. So a round that I thought got turned right back towards Mythic's favor. They end up falling a little bit short. Desi, the only one to get any frags. He's sitting at 8-4 right now, doing Desi things.
Yeah, I mean, that nade was just a little bit unfortunate. It was almost too perfect. You know, it would have been terrible if he hadn't moved, and he just moves at the wrong time, and that's the way it works sometimes. But CLG, very effective in the early round, getting 2 opening picks there. And, you know, this is what I said I wanted to see out of Mythic. You look at Anger at 1-5. This is not this normal Anger that we've seen all season long. So we're going to have to see where the response from these Mythic guys as this half goes on. And we're going to see an aggressive A main push with these pistols. They hear some Endure. They're waiting for footsteps in main to get pop flashed in, but they're eventually going to have to fall out. Hayes gets that opening pick over towards... looks like it's towards mid. One counter terrorist pushing up into the middle portion of that map, and here comes finally that eco pistol push. FNS is going to be the first one to spot it. He's going to get pop flashed in, and he's going to be able to get an easy frag onto Lex. And he grabs a second one onto Anger, so this eco round's pretty much all said and done for.
They're going with the double scope setup. Hayes with a nice no scope in middle is going to be able to locate that frag onto Desi, who was getting aggressive into mid, and Flom's going to be your last man standing. Silent USP by the quad wall, and FNS is going to be able to chime in with a triple on this round, so 5-2. And not a great money situation here for the CT side, but they will be able to force up some rifles. A Clarion on the back of Hades, who's kind of also fallen flat on his feet. Lex yet to get on the board, and Anger again struggling. The story right now really is Desi leading the way, 8-5, the stand-in, and again just doing Desi things.
Yeah, I mean, you said the econ situation isn't very good. I mean, once again, no kits, very little flashes and smokes, very little utility, and some of those choices on the early round buys and the second round armor buy, and, you know, even buying some armor once they save that FAMAS is kind of starting to bite them in the butt here. You can see they're not able to get their economy on track, but Flom bailing him out a little bit, getting that opening pick onto Hayes, puts him up in a 5-on-4 situation, and this is a round they need to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Hayes down and out. That was a scoped rifle that got dropped, the AWP. He had it last round, got a nice no-scope onto Desi pushing in mid, but as of right now, it looks like it's going to be a good start to the round for the Mythic side, as they've only got 4 to compete with now. It looks like it is going to be an A hit, that bomb working its way over on the back of FNS. Peter waiting for that smoke to clear to try to get a nice line onto the player over here by Quad. Who is that? That is actually, oh no, actually getting caught out. Tarek's going to be able to find Desi. They do have 2 more members over here by this A bomb site, and unfortunately Lex is going to go down. Hades is going to be able to find one, but that AWP from Peter coming around the corner is going to be able to take him out. Flom, nice shot onto Cutler, looking for another one as that bomb goes down. FNS going to be able to get himself out of dodge. Peter over here by Forklift, slowly getting flanked out here by Anger and A main. He's going to pop flash himself in. No, he's not actually going to go for the peak. Flom around from the backside of Forklift, still looking for this frag, that smoke. Anger's going to go ahead and push in, takes him down. Nice frag from him. On to the retort. FNS still looking for the frag. Flom on top of the box, going to take him down, and the defuse will come in. He doesn't have a kit, though.
He has enough time.
He should have enough time. Yeah, he does have enough time. So it is going to be a third round for Mythic. But they're kind of struggling here on their CT side. It's a battle of the ecos right now, Moses, and right now CounterLogic Gaming is winning that battle.
Yeah, I mean, CounterLogic Gaming hasn't really had the eco. I mean, they won that second round, so since then, I mean, I've talked about how some of the buying tactics out of Mythic has kind of put them at a disadvantage here, not able to get too much on track and build up a bank at all. I mean, you still see them. They won that round, and, you know, Lex is sitting on very low gear. The rest of them are pretty bought out, but this is another dangerous round where if they lose 3 to 4 players, they're going to keep being in trouble, and the slow, methodical play from CounterLogic Gaming is really being tough, and just as I say it's slow, they take early mid-control. Cutler's out of these smokes, and actually it's a fast B hit. FNS gets that opening frag. Cutler able to lurk a frag underneath vents, and here they are swinging to the bomb site. Anger takes one out, but it's all on him to do, and he's going to get a second frag, and oh, Flom once again bailing him out. I mean, just some hero plays out of Anger and Flom, and Anger's still alive in this bomb site, although he does get double naded out. It's all on Lex now to get on the board. There it is. The first one's the hardest. He is at 1-6 now in this one-on-one with Cutler, and a round they desperately need to grab. Cutler holding the angle, though. Gets a nice headshot onto Lex and shuts that down. So once again, Mythic's going to be forced to get onto an eco, and they're not able to gain any momentum in this half.
Yeah, really rough start to this one for Mythic. It's unfortunate to see because they've been playing so well throughout the season, but Cutler, he only had 31 health. Lex banked the nade perfectly for the bomb site, but he threw it a little bit too low, and it actually clipped the wall by Generator. If it would have been a little bit higher, it might have actually killed Cutler in the backside of that bomb site. So, you know, the things that we can see in X-ray that they can't see, that's just unfortunate for them. But we will be seeing Mythic on the save again. Target going to open things up onto Anger, and again, they're just not giving him any chance to get that fragging ability put to work, as he's only at 4 and 8.
Hades actually doing some really nice damage to that Deagle at long range before finally getting taken out by FNS, and down to a 5-on-3 already in this eco. It is an A stack, but I mean, you got to imagine CLG's been playing this slowly and methodically. They're going to be able to sniff this out. Color's going to get dinked up from long range as Hayes gets another frag into this A bomb site, and he eventually gets traded out. And that should be the alert that there's 2 players over at A. Start running to B, but they don't want to let him. They don't want to let him save this AK now. Flom has it, and Tarek's just watching that angle up the highway, and he's manages to pick Flom off. Now just down to Desi, who's, the stand-in, but he's second in the frags at 8 and 7. He's not going to have much to do here. FNS is at low HP, but not able to convert that into a kill. And, one thing we didn't talk about is the switch that CLG's taken recently to putting Peter in charge of their in-game leading instead of FNS, who it's been for seasons. One of the big knocks on this squad was they sounded so disorganized, and it didn't seem like they had any great plans going into some of these mid-round situations. And now they got Peter. Things seem to be slowed down for him, a little bit more organized. So looking good so far in this match that they desperately need to win to stay in the playoff hunt.
Absolutely, but 7-3 is going to be your scoreline. 4 rounds in the lead for the Counter Logic side, and this is a great start for them on their terrorist side. Typically see this map being CT favored, but as of right now, that's not going to be the meta that's being presented to us right now. And Flom actually aggressive over here by Boost on the counter boost side. Hades going to be over there, and Vince try to watch for that boost to come up. And FNS over here in the middle corridor is going to be looking for one. Flom's going to be able to catch him out. Nice awareness from him, using that information that he's gathering from him spraying at his teammate.
Yeah, but look at the utility on Mythic. I mean, these buys that even when they have 4 or 5 rifles, I mean, they still can't afford these kits or all the nades that they'd like. Only 2 flashes left across the entire team, and that's on Lex. He's gonna pop flash A main, but no peek comes from it. There are 2 players in the bomb site, Desi and Lex, and Lex is gonna get mollied out. Tarek's gonna swing through the smoke around the forklift and get an opening frag, and here he is swinging around the bomb site, taking out. No, Lex gets that frag on the quad, but quickly gets traded out, and now it's down to a 2-on-3. As the rotations come in, Flom already at this forklift here. Looking at A main, that's where the bomb is, but there is 1 player Cutler in the bomb site. He takes out Hades. Nice frag from him, but Flom is hiding there as well. They might not be suspecting that second player, and they're not. He's able to take Peter out at a surprise. And it's just down to Cutler, who has to reload at a really unfortunate time. Anger swings in and gets that frag, so that ends it, and it's now 4-7 in the favor of CLG.
Yeah, but the big thing is Anger starting to wake up a little bit, starting to get those kills on these gun rounds, and if Mythic can string a couple of these together and try to get themselves back into a good money situation, then they're going to be looking good. Flom 13 and 7 right now, so he's stepped his game up. He's got the AWP in hand. We're going to see if he can continue to lay it down, and if he can help his team, start to wake up in this matchup, and that's a great way to start it. Tarek going for that quick pick in mid and pays for it. Flom with the AWP, nice grenade around the corner. Hayes going to take half health from that one. Anger trying to play this one smart. Peter's going to go ahead and salvage that AWP, so it is going to be in the hands of the predominant AWPer on the CLG side. Hayes right around the corner here. Anger looking for it's going to be able to spot him out, takes him down, so a 2-man advantage now for the CT side. Flom's going to get caught. Peter, nice shot. And that's going to leave, who is that in the site? That's Lex over there in the A-bomb site looking for some frags as he's joined by Desi, who's watching by the forklift. That flashbang's going to come in and takes him down. Desi goes down simultaneously, so just like that 2-man advantage has been squandered. That nade, though, comes over the top of the red box towards the toxic barrels by the ladder and does some significant damage onto Hades. And now it's Anger and Hades on this retake. Looking for the frag over here by Forklift. Not going to be able to find it just yet. They're coming around from the boxes in the site, looking for some kills. And FNS is going to be the one to find it. Anger in a 1 versus 3. 2 members very low. He's going to be able to lay some spam out. That nade going to catch out Cutler a little bit, takes him down to about half health, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him right now. He's going to be able to come around looking for Cutler, takes him down, looking for another one up on top of the balcony, but Peter's going to be able to chime in with the final frag, and that is going to trade it again, and we should see another save round here from the Mythic side.
Yeah, and I mean, not being able to string any rounds together at all in this half has just been brutal for them. 4 rounds all spread out, and I mean, this is just a tough situation, and they're going to be in a spot where they're going to start needing rounds, and they can't afford to save 2 rounds in a row anymore. That should have happened earlier on in the half, in my opinion. But even after this round, they're going to be on a bye again, and a round they desperately need, and they're going to be on their Famas and Colts with no utility, so it's going to be tough for them going into these last 3 rounds to get anything going.
And there you go. That's a good opening for them as they're able to take down FNS. But what have they yielded for this? They're going to go for a fast highway push, and it's only Lex with 14 HP by quad, and he's going to go down to Tarek's AWP. So, again, not able to get it going. Hades there from Sandbags, also not going to be able to locate anything. Tarek going to find Anger, and Cutler decapitates Flom. Last man standing, looking at him right through the smoke. There it is, Desi. Going to be able to lay the dink out, but it's going to be too little too late. A 3K for Tarek as he lights him up that round, and it's going to be a 5-round lead now for Counterlogic Gaming, and this is definitely a big-time struggle for the Mythic side. They need both of these rounds.
Yeah, their economy is just so beat up right now, and you can see it. No kits once again. I mean, how many gun rounds have I said there's no kits? It's just been really tough for them to find a consistent economy ever since losing that eco round. So they're having a tough half, and obviously, Anger having a relatively quiet game. At only at 9 and 10, Flom has bailed them out of a couple situations, but there hasn't been enough backup to keep it consistent. And here comes a fast A push. Looks like they're just going to get pop flashed in dry. There's no smokes to cover this A main, and finally one gets thrown out. Desi over at that door going to be aggressive. FNS in there. Now Lex takes the angle. But this push is going to come out pretty soon. FNS able to get an opening frag on Anger. Desi trades it out, but here it comes through the smoke. Desi, one more. Able to run away into the doorway. Peeks out and gets one more onto Peter. Lex gets one as well, so managed that attack really, really well. A nice mobility by Desi, how aggressive he was on that doorway, and able to swing back out and get another frag, bail Lex out of a tough situation. So good defense over at that A bomb site, and for this last round of the half, they're finally going to be able to man up and buy some extra kit, or at least one kit, and they're going to be able to buy some extra nades to use for these takes.
Right, you are. So not a bad round there, but again, you look at the take a look at the graph real fast. It's 1 round win for Mythic, 3 for the CLG side, 1 for Mythic, 2 for CLG, 1 for Mythic, 2 for CLG, 1 for Mythic, 2 for CLG, and 1 for Mythic. So if that pattern continues, then CLG will just hypothetically win this round, and already off to a great start as Peter's going to be able to find Hades, who's really struggling in this match. He's 2 and 12 with only 1 assist, and that is a great start. It's 1-for-1 trade, though, as Hayes drops at the B-bomb site. Flom going to be trying to hold this down with the AWP in his hands. But already boosted over mid is going to be Cutler, who's going to drop down and try to make some noise over in this direction. The bomb is all the way over in the toxic room, or the useless room that you used to call it. And going to be joined by Tarek as they try to maybe make a move towards this B-bomb site. Flom going to try to put himself into a position where he can pick off these couple of frags and make things happen for his squad, but they're going to be walking up now. Tarek right around the corner, not going to give any information away as of right now. They're going to wait for the remainder of their squad to peek up. Ooh, gun barrel spotted. Gun barrel spotted. Flom's going to be able to take him down. FNS going to be right around the corner as well. He's going to drop down to the headshot. Finds the shot onto Peter. Immediately crouched to hide that head. And now this is a great recovery round here for the Mythic side. Cutler is going to be able to find Desi over there pushing in mid-main, and that bomb is going to rotate all the way back around to mid to join that player. And now it's all on Lex at this A bomb site. What's he got for us? He's going to pop flash out. Going to be able to drop one. That's going to fully flash FNS. But FNS going to tap him away, and now we're in a 2 versus 2. That bomb could get dropped. Smart decision from Cutler to throw, or FNS to throw it over to his teammate. They're going to go ahead and cordon off that area from CT spawn. Anger wasn't able to find that frag. He's going to hop up on top of the generator. Right around behind him is going to be Cutler. The pop flash through, but Anger's going to pick it up and fly him with the nade. Going to take him down 9-6. Is going to be your first half scoreline. As Counterlogic Gaming going to go in with a 3-round lead as opposed to a much larger lead that we were looking at earlier in this first half.
Yeah, that pop flash from CLG was actually a brilliant idea, and it just a little bit unfortunate. I think the CLG member just turned back to it a little bit too early and got just as blind as Anger. Anger able to pick that up, and that would have been such a shame if that round got stolen away from Mythic, because they handled it pretty well. Flom obviously doing tons of damage with that AWP throughout the half, but definitely in that last round. It would have been a shame to lose that one, and here's what I will say for Mythic. Hayes actually tweeted out, I believe it was yesterday, he tweeted out that his team had been playing some of the worst counter-terrorist halves that they'd ever played as a team. So that's maybe the one saving grace that Mythic has right now to get back into this match is to take advantage of how poor CLG's been on defense, because, you can see in this season they're 4-5, so they have been struggling in general, but, if one of their members believes they're playing the worst defense they've ever played, then this is where Mythic needs to take advantage of it right now.
Alrighty, and a quick roster rundown for you guys as the action's heating up here. Actually, forget about that because Cutler and Hayes going to be able to chime in with a couple of frags. Lex is going to be able to locate Cutler in the checkers. They've still got one to go up against. That's Peter, who's actually going to find a nice frag over by headshot box. It's going to be Desi versus 3. And he's looking for that flank out. That's going to be Hayes. He's chasing the frag, but Hayes is going to get the better of him, and that's a great start to this second half for CLG. So that roster rundown I was talking about is going to be Cutler, Tarek, Hayes, Peter, and FNS on the CT side. Now, for Mythic, it's Anger, Flom, Lex, Hades, and Desi, 10-6.
Yeah, I mean, Anger needs to wake up, pure and simple. I mean, and now we've seen a full half of where Anger's been relatively quiet for his team when he's been dominating all season long. I mean, he's got to wake up. We see what they are without him in top shape, and it's not as good as we'd hope. And this is a half where he needs to come up big for his team. They chose not to buy out. They have pistols and 2 smokes, so it's going to be just a typical A execute here, but no armor to do anything. So FNS and Peter might just be able to mow this down pretty easily with these FAMAs from quad in the corner. And there it is, FNS through the smoke, dealing a lot of damage, getting one frag. Tarek's over at Forklift. He's able to clean one up as well. Hayes is just going to jump in and try and plant in the smoke, and he's going to get away with it. No, he's not. Peter gets him at the last second there. Now just down to Flom, who gets cleaned up, and Desi flanking from middle. Not able to get anything going because his team didn't produce anything. Nice management of that anti-eco by CLG.
Probably going to have a pause coming in here in just a second. Yes, we will. Hades actually dropping from the server. A little bit of a lag or something like that. So 11-6 is going to be your scoreline. And what does Mythic need to do as we progress forward? Because they're going to be staring down the barrel of a 12-6 scoreline.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they just need a frag. I mean, some of the issues in their CT side is it looked like some of their players just weren't getting frags that we normally see them get. And I don't know whether it's just, uncomfortable not having Abe around and Desi in his place, but they need to get that frag ability back, and a lot of that stems with Anger, who's able to produce so much and help his teammates out just by being so individually effective. So he needs to have a good half. Flom needs to catch on fire with that AWP as well. He had some really nice rounds with it in the first half, and in the second half he needs to keep that momentum up, but they need to find, I mean, we haven't seen the gun round, so we haven't seen what CLG's defense is going to look like for me to know where to exploit it, but I mean, just flat out, they need to have better fragging power in the second half than they did in the first half.
Absolutely. So, again, like I said, they're going to be staring down the barrel of this 12-6 scoreline. That nade's going to do a lot of damage to them as they're trying to, well, maybe not as much as I thought it was originally going to do.
They are deceptive, those grenades.
Yeah, well, the thing that's going to be deceptive this round is that sneaky beaky plant going towards that B-bomb site, but Cutler's not going to be fooled. He's going to be able to drop 2. Hayes going to be able to find one as well. Now coming out through the door, almost gets the frag on Tarek. If he did, he might have gotten that bomb plant, but now it's going to be Hades in a 1 versus 5 with the Tech 9. He's going to go down to PTR. And the 5 Clarion stand for the CT is going to work out in their benefit. And it is going to be that 12-6 that we were talking about.
Yeah, and none of the counter-terrorists died on either of those eco rounds. So they're all going to keep these FAMAs, and this might be that window of opportunity. Despite losing the first 3 rounds, Mythic actually has the advantage right now on equipment with an AWP and 4 AKs against 5 FAMAs. So if they're able to take advantage of that, I mean, obviously CLG won't have to save next round, but it'll be a good start for them.
A lot of mid-control being exercised from the CT side, something that we didn't see on the Mythic side. Hazed very aggressive outside of B as well. They're going to go for the reverse boost, and Anger's going to be right around the corner. There's the peak. Desi goes down. Anger going to be able to get the refrag onto Tarek, so a 1-for-1 quickly for them. Nice shot from Flom. Going to be able to locate that frag onto Hayes. A snap shot. So it's one-man advantage here for the terrorist side of Mythic. They need to get this round if they want to put any kind of money in the bank. Lex is going to get dropped here in mid. On the left-hand side is going to be Cutler. Retreats into the smoke. Anger through the smoke to find him. That's the Anger we know and love. He's up to 13 kills now. And we're going to see if he can continue to string some frags together as this round progresses. That bomb going to work its way back around from the B bomb site. The number 4-man PTR around the corner. Flom's going to be able to take him down. FNS going to be our last man standing. Finesse versus 3. Can he do it? Anger leading the charge. He's only got 18 HP. Going to be able to get out and pop some shots. He's going to fall. And now extremely lit. Mollying out that bomb site though. That Molly not going to be on the mark, but Flom's going to finish it off with 3 frags in that round, and that is a must-win round for Mythic, and that will force. Well, they are going to be able to buy up here on the CT side because they went for the FAMAS buy in the second round and didn't lose any of those weapons.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't lose any one of those two ecos, so yeah, there it is, and now we're going to see what a standard CLG defense looks like with that AWP in Peter's hands. And it looks like he is going to just head towards mid, so the Opera's going to be playing here in this mid, probably looking for this boost. He smokes off A man, gets a little bit blind, and he's getting sprayed out. A late peek by Hades does some damage to Peter, down to 48 HP. Nice quick strategy by him just to get off a little bit of an early advantage. Hayes, look at the position on Hayes, up on this box behind the smoke. I don't know if he can actually see anything through that, but he might be able to jump and find something. Aggression and Doors going down. Cutler able to get Anger after Anger frags Tarek, but Hayes takes him down as well, so it's now into a 4-on-3 advantage for Mythic, and it could make that a 4-on-2 quickly.
Yeah, and again, Flom doing, excuse me, Flom doing exactly what he needs to do with that AWP. He's looking over here towards Truck. The peek comes out. He's going to pick up another one. That's a double. That's 5 frags for him in 2 rounds. Desi finally waking up again. Going to be able to find the head of Hazed. And that's going to really hurt that economy on the CT side. They could force up here, but they got some rounds to play with, so probably going to go for the save. And that's going to be a really good start to this half for Mythic. They lost the pistol round in the 3 subsequent, well, they lost pistol round in the 2 subsequent eco rounds after that, but the fact that they were winning these gun rounds, forcing Counter Logic to save, this is exactly the position that Counter Logic had Mythic in the first half, so they could bring this one back. They should be at a 12-9 scoreline after this round is over. They're going to go for a quick boost over mid.
Yeah, they're handling some early aggression from CLG on these gun rounds. Handled it very, very well. This time they're just going to muscle their way into the highway. They are going to get smoked off, so they're going to fall back, but there are 3 players stacked over in this B bomb site, some in checkers, and Mythic has to be really, really careful as they come out these vents, although the defense is pushing all the way. You see Peter going all the way towards T-spawn, Tarek all the way in mid, but they've traded spots. The vet push comes in just at the right moment, and Hayes is going to be able to, oh, nice 1 deke from him, not able to convert onto Anger. It is a 3-on-4, though, with Terra coming out these vents quickly. They may not be ready for this flank, and they're not. Anger's reloading, and he gets taken out. Flom gets dinked as well, down to red HP. Lex takes him out, so it's going to be a lot onto Lex. Picking up 2 frags, Flom down to exactly 1 HP. This is a scary situation for Mythic. They cannot afford to lose this round, and Lex not able to get the headshot onto Cutler up top with that scout. Peter's actually flanking. He's pushing up slowly towards this pit, but the time is clicking on the bomb. Flom able to get him with that 1 HP, and there it is. Finally, Cutler peeks out with that deagle, and it gets taken out, but a nice eco round from CLG. Almost able to convert it, but doing a lot of economy damage to Mythic heading into the later stages of this half.
Nice recovery there from Mythic's side. A big round for Lex to step up in. I mean, he only had 5 frags going into that round, but he was able to solidify that round by picking up 3 big kills to shut it out. And that's exactly what he needs to do. Now, if only they can get Hades to step up, they're going to put themselves into a really good position here. Flom going for this boost in mid. There is an AWP on the back of Peter who's going to be over at the B bomb site, so not an up-on-up battle in middle this round. They're going to go for a boost up here onto the, well, the coined Shroud spot.
Oh.
It's been dubbed the Shroud. The Shroost. I was calling it the Shroost the other day because and on his stream he has an emote that is a pigeon with his face on it, so I'm saying that that's the Shroud Roost. That's where his nest is, so it's the Shroost.
I like it. I like that.
So we're just gonna call it Shroost from now on.
It's gonna catch on. Call it Shroud spot. It's not.
I've got things in the work, man. It's gonna catch on, like the staple gun and the Shroost. Okay, that's really all I got.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's not going to work out too well. 3 members of the CT forces over here at this A bomb site, so curious to see how they decide to adapt to this one. That AWP frag is going to be looking over at that B bomb site, and this is going to be a good strategy here for the terrorist side because there's only one guy holding on to this B bomb site. Lex is going to take a little bit of nade damage. Desi's going to be able to trade it out. Hayes falls, and now rotating all the way around. Cutler through the smoke. Tarek's going to be able to find Anger, and just like that, the offense is falling apart here. Good grenade to the feet of Cutler. And a lot of people have been saying, you know, Cutler, one of the best players on the CLG squad, that AWP not going to be able to do much. Hades going to have to step up huge in this round. He finds one, looking for another one. Not going to find it. Tarek's going to be able to clean that one up. And that is going to be the round for CLG.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say this for Mythic. If their strategy for the rest of this half is to put Anger, away from the action, they had him in the door lurking that round. And if you're putting Anger in the lurking spot, I mean, you're going to have a bad time. And they need to switch that strategy up ASAP into this gun round. They need his fragging power. Even if he's having a little bit of an off night, you know, they still need him just to get some of those, just to help him deal the damage on into the bomb site. They didn't make it into that B bomb site. They just took so much damage before actually Hades was able to finally get that bomb down. But they need Anger at the point of attack for sure.
Yeah, and they need him to catch fire in the second half. He's sitting at 15 and 18 right now, so a little bit tough of a match for him. Flom does have the AWP in hand. Again, you see him at 23 and 13. He's got 8 more kills than the next person on his squad, 9 more than Desi. Hades really struggling in this matchup, 4 and 17. You hate to see it. Anger, though, at this door is getting chipped away. He's down to 49 as he's trying to make something happen over here. FNS doing a great job with that M4 through that steel door.
Yeah, not really sure where they want to go is this Mythic team. They all fell off, and it looks like they're going to do a late mid execute. 2 smokes coming out, some flashes as well. So here it comes. It's going to be on Hayes. It's going to be a late mid B split. Tarek's able to pick off Desi coming over towards B, but gets traded out by Flom. Lex also doing some damage onto Hayes, now down to a 3-on-3 as they enter this bomb site. It's going to be all up to Cutler to hold it. Like you said, their most consistent player, and he's showing why right now. 3 frags as he defends the bomb site, and he gives CLG a lead of 14-9, looking for that tie round.
Yeah, and this one's kind of flown by on us here as, well, maybe not. I guess it's about 10 till the hour, but 14-9, looking at the match point here for the Counterlogic Gaming side, and it's going to be an eco round here. They're actually going to buy up. So this is as full of a buy as they could possibly have on the terrorist side this round. As you can see, 500, 600, 900. Tech 9's head armor, 1 P250, and 1 Desert Eagle. The staple guns coming out here. And we're going to see whether or not they can hang on for dear life. Talking about the Mythic men right now, they're going to go for this A bomb site once again. Good grenade in towards the A main. Is going to find Flom. Another one going to be able to do some damage. That Molotov over by Squeaky Door. They're going to push through. And they're going to take a lot of damage from that. Finally able to come around the corner is going to be Lex to get that headshot, trying to put that bomb down. Hades looking for that Desert Eagle frag. Not going to be able to find it. Finally he gets that bomb down. And Lex surely going to fall here in a second. And he gets knifed for it.
Oh, PDR says goodnight to Tarek as well right there at the end. So
he had it coming.
Yeah, probably.
Going for the knife kill. He wanted revenge for Peter. Peter got knifed in the first half by Desi in the pistol round. And then Tarek knifes Lex, and Peter's just like, screw it, I'm going to shoot you in the face for it anyway. I love it.
I mean, here's the thing out of Mythic, is ever since they lost that second round in the first half to that eco, they haven't been able to get their economy on track. Their buys on CT side, you know, just they had to force it at a certain point, but barely with utility in terms of nades and kits. Now on the terrorist side, you know, they get 1 buy round, then they lose the next one, and then now they do that force buy with the pistols, and finally they're back onto the rifles, but they don't have a lot of nades again. Desi with only a Galil is able to do some damage, able to take out Hayes here, or Hades, or Hayes, I mean, Jesus.
Oh my God.
Take it away.
I'm going to go ahead and gladly steal the microphone away from you as you stumble and fumble and bumble over your words over there. And we're going to see Cutler actually go right back into the terrorist side as Lex goes down. Peter's going to find Hades. Looking for another one. Anger's going to be able to take down Cutler. That's been the nuisance over at that B bomb site. Peter looking for the AWP frags as they try to cross into the site. He's going to find another one. Gets himself out of there. He's going to look for another. Going to find it. This is a big round for Peter. He's down to 11 HP. Anger going to have to go huge this round. FNS already dropped into the checkered hallway. Anger's going to be able to locate this player. Tapping away with the AK. Not going to be able to find the frags. He's got one above him, and there it is. 16 rounds to the good. As this one is all over, FNS going to chime in with that final frag, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, and CLG looked good there, and, you know,